What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Realistic Summer Career Mode. This is episode number 103, and yes, today we are returning with the Champions League final. It's the series finale, the final episode of this save, and what a fitting way, not just to end the save, but to end FIFA 22, because this will be my final video of FIFA 22, where we take on our former Career Mode team in the Champions League final, going for a treble. Yeah, it's an old school Doc's Career Mode, you gotta love it, right? So yeah, Inter Milan in the CL final, going for that treble after winning the Copa del Rey and the La Liga as well. So just before we dive into it, I want to show you how Inter Milan are currently looking. Now they have had a couple of big changes since the side we left with at the end of last season, but in the Serie A, they were able to retain their title. So back-to-back Serie A's for Inter. Of course we can't check the cups. I really hope in future versions of FIFA you can't just see other leagues, but you can also see the domestic cups of that country as well, like you can in Football Manager. I'd love to see if Inter Milan were able to retain the cup as well. No, sorry, they didn't win it last year, did they? We lost. Let's say they. We didn't win it last year. We lost to Milan in the final. But this is their team, by the way. Now, again, you will notice they've made a couple of big changes here. These are their goalkeepers. As you can see, Onana is still between the sticks for them. He was amazing last year. They still have the back three of Bastoni, Gasperoni, and Santoro. My captain last year, Denzel Dumfries, is still there as well, as is Nuno Mendes too. There is Gasperoni. Oh my god. I would have loved to have bought him in the Metropolitano, but I'm kind of glad I didn't, to be honest. Molina is still there, and you'll see Santoro is now going to 86 overall as well. He's also absolutely fantastic. In midfield, Barella is still there. Damsgaard is still there as well. They've also got Munian, who of course they signed from us, and they signed Puado as well. So two Spaniards coming in this year, but as you'll see, after we signed Kefren Turam, their replacement for the French midfielder, Declan Rice. Yep, Declan Rice was their replacement. All the talk of what big PL team is going to join, most people saying Chelsea, it ended up being Inter Milan. You'd love to see that. But going forward, you'll notice a very interesting absentee. Chiesa is still there at 91 overall. You would have seen it just a moment ago. Mo Salah, now 34 years old, lining up at the San Siro. Diogo Jota, 89 rated. He's been brought in to replace Moise Kean. That's the absentee you'll notice. So two former Liverpool boys coming in there. And yeah, Kean is no longer at the San Siro. That's the only positive I can think of, really. I'm not going to have to deal with Moise Kean. But heading into it, obviously we know we are missing 3 players for the final. Obviously Simeone did his ACL. Not a big deal. Wasn't going to play anyway, of course, Simeone. But the two big noteworthy absentees for the final are, of course, Thankyou, who was a really solid pickup for us this season. But, of course, the former Inter Milan midfielder, Kefren Turam, my guy, my favourite player in FIFA. And we're playing, oh, very nice. Playing at the Estadio da Luz for this one here. I love this ground, man, seriously. It's a new addition for FIFA 22. It's a beautiful ground. I gotta say, you know, like Portugal, you know, eu falo um pouco português. I would love to visit Portugal one day. I'm hoping next year I might be able to visit Brazil, speak a little bit of lingo with the language, with the locals. But Portugal and Lisbon obviously have 3 incredible stadiums, Sporting and Benfica's 2 amazing ones, and then of course and Porto's as well. The Dragão is another stadium I'd love to go visit in Portugal one day. But as we take a look at our team, this will be our lineup for the game, and I'm going to have to make the change. You know, pre-game I was thinking, surely I can't drop him for the final, my highest rated player. But if you look at the top scorer this year in the Champions League, it's Ceballos, and the second highest scorer, Sancho. Can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to do it. I've got to stay faithful to the duo that's worked throughout the entire competition. Sancho is my second highest scorer. He scored the 2 daggers at the Bernabeu to send us through to the final. It's got to be Sancho. It's got to be Sancho. João Felix, highest rated player in the team. But it's Sancho and Ceballos who have been a great duo. And to be fair as well, Verdejo's been better than Duarte for me in the Champions League this year. So he is a couple inches smaller than Duarte. But I'm going to start the former Brighton man. So here we go. Champions League final. Final game of the save as we go for the iconic treble against our former team, Inter Milan. Vamos Atletico. whatever happens, it's still been a great season, obviously. Winning the domestic double in our first year at the Metropolitano. Atletico were way off the pace last year, so to be able to do that whilst rebuilding this team has been amazing. The board said reach the final. That's exactly what we've done. So it's a season of success by the board standards, but I can't remember the last time I won a treble. I can't remember the last save I won a treble. I don't even know if I've done it in FIFA 22. I'm sure I must have done, but I can't remember doing it. So this will be an amazing way to battle a FIFA 22 against my former career mode team as well. Really is a classic. But yeah, nervy, very nervy. This is the best team in the game. We built this team, and now I've got to dismantle them. Jota, Barella, back to Nicolo, Federico Chiesa, my player of the season last year, looking for space, finds Fratesi, cross-blocked, and it's all Inter in the opening 10 minutes, as you'd expect. I think the first half an hour is crucial, really. I can see someone getting an early goal, and if Inter get it, I am going to struggle big time, I know. As Chiesa turns, Fernandes, and it's a big tackle there. Definitely a good challenge, and a chance to break away here. Fernandes to Sanchez, and that's a great ball to Enzo down the right. Nuno comes across, Enzo steps inside, and back to our number 9. He'll offload to Nikolic, back to Sanchez, and Onana makes the save. Andre was massive for me last year and turns Sanchez shot behind for a corner, which Ceballos will take, and Onana claims it comfortably. I trust Sanchez, I do. Big call to start him in the final, but first shot on target for us. Comfortable save for Onana. So free kick to Inter Milan. 26 minutes into the game, still deadlocked at 0-0. Both teams had a couple of chances each, but we're still currently tied. Jota stands over this free kick and takes it short to Nuno Mendes. There's Dumfries on the edge, dinks it into the middle. Santos loses out. Should have signed him. Should have signed him. And Gasperoni, former teammate, outleaps the Brazilian, and let's be honest here, I think it should have been saved. I think it should have been saved. It's a great lead by Gasperoni, and it's what we saw him do at the 2 years at the San Siro. He's 6'3", we know he's got height, we know he's got leaping ability, and he's just headed into Milan into a lead. I loved him at the San Siro, but not here in Lisbon. Beats his former teammate in the air. Oh my god. I love career mode. Come on, Atletico. Let's get back in this. Garcia. Ceballos shot blocked. Sanchez can't get there. And Inter scramble it away. Come on. Well, that is going to do it for the first half. I've only really had the one chance, only the one shot on goal, and Onana made the save. Inter in front through Gasperoni. Oh, Santos couldn't make the tackle, but there's Verdejo to bail him out. Well, I said they'd be favourites. They are the best team in the save. We built them, and I'm struggling to stop them. They're up by a goal. Gasperoni heading home against his former teammate, and we're 45 minutes away from losing the final in Lisbon. I've got to change something at the break, man. I've not played well enough. So I said I need to change something at the break, and I've changed two things. One, tactical. Second, personnel. Yep, it was Santos who was beaten in the air for the header, but it's not him I've taken off. It's the smaller centre half, Verdejo, who I started ahead of Duarte. He's come off, and Felix has come on. I've switched to a 4-3-3 with João on the left, Ceballos on the right, and Sanchez is through the middle. He's tall, he's strong, he's a good hold-up striker. Ceballos puts it wide. And I think that's what I need to get Eduardo more service and more touches, and also João, who's just come on. I think we'll get more in the second half now. We've changed to this system here with Sanchez as the link-up striker. 6 minutes after the restart, we've already had a shot, couldn't hit the target, still 1-0. My worry is that now we've got one man less in the back line, Inter will be able to break us down even easier in this second half, and we'll struggle to keep them from scoring again. And if they do go 2-0 up, that's it. I'm not coming back against this amazing Inter team from 2 goals down. Here's Santos out wide towards Porro. Made a bright start to the second half though, and a space here for Nikolic. Modric's region. I'm looking for Zhao. I've found Zhao! Felix denied! This is what I needed to do. More width. More width. I needed this. Dumfries on his shoulder, but I possibly could have taken a touch. This is what I need to do though. Sevelos was isolated in the first half. Couldn't get any chances. Sanchez had the ball at his feet, but couldn't do much with it. Not enough support. Fran to Nikolic. Raskin gives it him back. A little give and go. Looks for Felix. In the middle. It's Fernandez! It's working. The tactical change going down the flanks is working, but we're just not taking the chances. 20 minutes. I don't know what to do. Well, Sanchez has ran himself into the ground, but I'm going to bring on Cunha. I know he's my second highest scorer, but I think maybe just a bit more pace, possibly, a little bit more flair, a bit more creativity, less physicality, obviously a bit smaller than Sanchez, but maybe Cunha's fresh legs and energy can be the difference maker in the final 20 minutes. That's a poor pass. Oh, Felix gets that right. Cunha's through as well. 20 minutes. Can I find that lever and force extra time? I don't know. Santos with the tackle. He's had a great second half, Santos, I must say. I'm going to try and send Sevelos down the flank. Now, this might be my last chance here. There's Eduardo. Oh! I mean, just got to extend the clock at this point. Add an extra 30 seconds onto it. I thought that was the Messi magic from the Messi region. I think it's over. I think that was it. Fabio, got to win that, mate. Got to win that. Well done. What a second half from Fabio. Felix, Nikolic. Absolutely bottled it. I just panicked. I took it on way too early. Way too early. I wanted to bend it with the right, and I struck it with the left. I took it on way too early. I saw a covering defender coming back, and I just panicked. Missed chances. Tell the story. And with the chance to win the treble, we come up short of the final hurdle. Our former team, Inter Milan, are back-to-back Champions League winners. I can't believe it. Well, I'm not going to deny it. I absolutely bottled that second half. Absolutely bottled it, but if there was a game that kind of summed up FIFA 22, it's probably this one. How many times do I talk about the need to be clinical against the AI? They only need the one chance, you know that. If they score it, you best be clinical. And I wasn't. I missed a hat for the chances. The tactical change to the break was a brilliant decision. Going 4-3-3, getting more width on the pitch. That allowed Sevelos a chance in the second, and Felix got a couple as well, including right at the end, and Lord knows I'll be ruining that for a couple of days. But bottled it, and I only have myself to blame for not, at the very least, forcing extra time. The fact I couldn't convert one of those chances in the second. I mean, Onana made some good saves, but really, I should have taken at least one. With the firepower I've got, with the quality of chance created, yep, I bottled that. I really, really did. But in a weird way, it's kind of a nice feeling because, like, to me, FIFA 22 has been such a difficult game to play. And this is my final game of FIFA 22. And honestly, it was it's got to be Gasparoni, surely, for that header for the man of the match. Or possibly Onana for all the saves he made. He made a lot of saves in the game, to be fair. I think I will give it to Gasparoni. And Dumfries got the assist as well. But FIFA 22 has been such a difficult game for me to play. And like I said in the intro to the game, I can't remember the last time I won a treble. I can't remember the last time I did it. I don't think I did it in the Chelsea and Southampton career mode. I don't remember doing it with Real Madrid in my first career mode, though I might have done. I must have done it at least once in this year's FIFA, but I can't remember it. But it's been a brilliant game for me to play this year, and I'm going to do one special final video before FIFA 23 is released on Tuesday. And I will, of course, be starting my first career mode on Tuesday afternoon, but tomorrow I'm going to have like one final video where I talk about my experience playing FIFA 22 and, of course, my plans for FIFA 23. And I have to say, one of the reasons why I've loved this game and why I've really, really enjoyed this FIFA, it's been one of my favourite FIFAs in years, is because of what we just saw. It's a really difficult AI to play against, and it makes the game a lot more challenging and, I'll be honest here, a lot more enjoyable for me as well. So, yeah, we do need to be clinical. Yeah, but I would have loved it had I ended this year's FIFA with the treble against my former career mode team. It really would have been a classic ending to an amazing FIFA year. But you don't always get what you want in life, and I guess it pays homage to the difficulty of this year's FIFA and just how much I've enjoyed it as well. It's been an absolute blast, even if I fell at the final hurdle in my final game of FIFA 22. Yeah, it's been brilliant. And I just want to say, guys, my final episode of The Save. Thank you so much for watching, man. I really hope you have enjoyed this realistic summer career mode. I've had an absolute blast of it. 4 different teams in one save. I can't remember the last time I did 4 different teams in one save. But Palace to City to Inter to Atletico. We won trophies with all of them, but sadly never got a treble. But even so, it pays homage to the difficulty of this year's career mode and why I've loved playing it so much. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you so much for watching the final and the save as a whole as well. It's been a great way to close out FIFA 22, a great way to end FIFA 22. And again, I'll return with one final video before FIFA 23 that'll come out tomorrow afternoon. I'll be talking about my plans for FIFA 23. And of course, on Tuesday afternoon, when FIFA 23 is released, I will of course be uploading my first episode of my career mode in FIFA 23. I cannot wait, and I hope it's just as good as the ones I did in FIFA 22. Thanks as always, guys, for an amazing FIFA year. Thank you for the support on this save and every other one I've done. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for one special video tomorrow afternoon discussing my plans for FIFA 23. Much love, and I'll see you for it tomorrow afternoon.